Systematic helping students with this worksheet, evaluating expressions worksheet 1. Read the directions, make sure you're clear on the order of operations. That may affect some of your final answers, especially on the tricky ones down below. Number 1 is so easy, you should be able to do that in your head. 8 times 11, print the answer neatly there on that line. Let's look at another pair of exercises, numbers 2 and 3. One of them, of course, involves parentheses, and the one doesn't. So the order of operations would be different in those two exercises, numbers 2 and 3. It may or may not cause different answers, though. Python will follow the order of operations. So in exercise 4, Python knows what the order of operations are. So it's going to do whichever operation there, subtraction or addition, deserves to be done first, according to PEMDAS, GEMDAS. Please excuse my adherence, Ellie, however you remember it as. Be sure to look it up if necessary. You could always go to a Python programming language editor, such as the website Replit, and you could test an answer, such as exercise 4, by typing the print command, and in Python version 3, that set of parentheses, and you may be able to type in an expression such as this, inside the parentheses, of course, so that instead of printing hello world as a phrase, you're actually printing whatever this simplifies to. When I run this Python program, this very simple Python program with only one meaningful line of code, the answer to exercise 4 simplifies to, well, coincidentally, the value 4. So there's a freebie. The answer should be 4 for exercise 4. 4 minus 2 simplifies to 2. That 2 plus that 2 simplifies to 4. Some other tricky ones that you may need help in this video with. Let's look at number 17. When you have 2 asterisks next to each other in Python, according to this part of the directions, that is how you raise a number to the power. So think of it as 2 to the 3rd power. In Python, we can't make that 3 into a superscript, like maybe you could in a program like Microsoft Word or a Google Doc. So to represent it in code, you would type it as print, parentheses, and then 2, and then 2 asterisks, and a 3. I should get the answer 6. When I run this, no, I get 8. Oh, that's a common mistake. Some students think that it means 2 times 3. It is not 2 times 3. It is 2 raised to the 3rd power. So let's be very clear. The answer to number 17 is the same as you would see from 2 to the 3rd power, which is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2. And that simplifies to the answer of 8. Good luck with number 18. Follow the order of operations. Same for number 19. Same for number 20. That all involve the official exponentiation operator in Python. Over here in the second column, follow the order of operations. It looks like these get more complicated here with multiple operations in the same exercise. Number 26 is probably new to you. It's probably new to your math teacher in high school, maybe even a college professor that teaches math, but doesn't know the Python programming language. Anyway, 2 forward slashes is related to division, but it's actually called integer division. When you have 2 forward slashes between 2 whole numbers, it's the same thing as taking 8, in this case, divided by 3, with long division, perhaps, especially if you don't have a calculator handy. And really, you're just asking, how many times does 3 fit into 8? 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6, of course. And you don't even have to do that subtraction and figure out the remainder, because the answer to that exercise is now available there as that 2. In other words, if you were to continue doing the problem and you add a decimal place and you drop down that 0, and then you continue here with the quotient 3 goes into 20 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. This goes on forever. It's a repeating decimal. It would end up going forever and ever and ever. But because of the 2 forward slashes, the computer, Python, ignores all the decimal places. And we call that truncating the decimal places. And the final answer is this whole number portion. It comes in handy a lot of times in computer science, knowing the integer division operation. Moving on, number 27, be sure to follow the order of operations. You should do the division operator there, the integer division operator, before you do the addition. Number 30 is probably new to you. The percent symbol. In Python, the percent symbol, as you see in the directions, where it's explained, and I even have an example. Oh, it's the same example as number 30. You again do long division with the 10 divided by 3. But the answer is the remainder of that exercise. You do not continue with decimal places. Do not do this on your calculator. It probably won't work with most calculators. Instead, this is considered the remainder. Some math teachers teach that you should write R1 in this case. Well, the final answer to exercise 30 is the 1, not the whole number part. It's sort of the opposite of the 2 forward slashes, where you care about this part, the whole number part, and you truncate or ignore the decimal places. Well, here, the decimal places are equivalently expressed as the remainder of that to that division problem. 13 divided by 4, there might be a remainder. If there is, it would be a number here other than 0. In number 32, the remainder of 100 divided by 10. It turns out that they divide evenly. So the remainder is actually 0. And that is a number, so that's the answer to number 32. Okay, good luck with these tricky ones. I don't know if I've ever had a student who got all of those correct. Follow the order of operations. Some of them could be very large numbers. Oh, 91 squared. Try to do them without a calculator. Ooh, look at that, that's interesting. Okay, good luck with that, and see me on YouTube if you have any questions.